So let me ask y'all as the battlers, right? I'm big on like, if you're not in a certain world, you gotta respect that world before you try to jump in it. For instance, a lot of rappers try to become DJs. You gotta respect that. That's not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or like if you're a rapper trying to become an actor, you gotta respect it. Like I've been in movies, I've done movie shit, but I don't be like, yo, I'm an actor, da-da-da-da-da. Like I did it and I can continue to do it, but I respect motherfuckers who've been acting their whole life.
Right.
Or like, okay, I do my Sunday morning jazz shit. Everybody know I'm a jazz head. So before COVID, I would go to venues and like spin jazz records on Sunday mornings and shit would be great.
Right.
I'd bring a bunch of jazz vinyl from my house and just play straight jazz, no Skyzoo rapper shit.
Right.
Great. I'm never gonna call myself a DJ. Motherfuckers been DJing for 20, 30 years.
Right.
So now, getting to my point, y'all been battling forever. For me to go up against a Graph or a Math or a Disaster, I'm just naming people. Is that fair for me to jump the line?
It is fair.
I don't believe in that.
No,
like,
no,
you know
no,
what I'm saying?
you know why
You got to, because you've proven yourself.
Hold on,
We
hold
know
on.
you got
Okay.
the
But
bars.
I need you
Because
to
I respect
acknowledge
y'all so much.
I need you to acknowledge
Okay.
that Floyd Mayweather is about to fight Logan Paul.
Which is crazy.
Right.
You can put the same category. That's crazy.
That's the
That's
same
crazy.
thing.
But
It's
it
the
ain't.
same
But
thing.
this ain't
But
about
it's the
money like that
attention.
is though.
Right.
It's the attention.
Right.
Logan Paul commands a certain amount of attention.
Right, because of
Floyd
who he is.
Mayweather commands a certain amount of attention.
Yeah.
So we're in an era where everything is about to get blended.
Right.
You think about the movie Ready Player One.
I didn't see it, but I know what you're talking about.
Video game.
With Lena Waithe and all that shit.
Love that movie.
Okay.
But it's that's where we're at, where everything that was pop, everything that was like pop culture or something hitting, these worlds can clash now.
Right.
So when you see like rappers getting into battle rap, or you hear rumors Lloyd Banks might be battling on another card, that's what
Is that
we're
what's
at
going
with
on?
it.
Yeah.
That's where we're
That's
at with
happening.
it.
That would be crazy.
Yo,
That'd be crazy.
I would battle Denzel Washington if he was
Right,
into
right,
it.
right.
You dig what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Because
absolutely.
he commands his respect over there. I command my respect over here.
Yeah.
When those worlds clash, that's what it is. And in a way, that's what happened in the beginning stages. When I battled Iron Solomon, it was like the first clash of the streets versus the backpackers.
One of the greatest battles. Top
Yeah.
20.
And it merged those
Yeah, I
worlds.
remember that one. He used to live a
And
couple blocks
battle
away
rap-
from me.
Right. And
Yeah.
battle rap exploded after that.
I remember that.
It was like,
Make
what?
top 20.
Yeah.
The streets can go against backpackers?
Right, so
What?
now you're yeah, absolutely. Nah, I just felt like I've looked at it. Like I said, I'm a battle
It's
rap
important.
fan. I watch a bunch of them. I sit home and I watch them. I even put them on with my son in the room. You know, my whiz be like, yo, you wildin'. These motherfuckers are talking about clapping shit. And I'm like, nah, you know, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I respect what y'all do so much. I've thought about it like, what if I jumped in this ring? Would I have to go up the ranks? I respect that. Do I gotta battle some motherfucker who nobody know to be? Yo, how the fuck Skyzoo gonna walk in here and try to
Right.
battle
Well, I said grab.
fucking
That's why-
whoever?
that's
Like,
why I
I
said
can't
grab.
do that.
That's why you
We
said
gotta
rap.
regulate. We can't let you do that because you
Yeah.
you outclass
you-
them.
and you know-
The things you've
Right.
shown us in music lets us know on a blank canvas,
Okay.
like being acapella.
Because I respect all that
Right.
shit.
No
You
way.
know what I'm
If you do
saying?
that
Like,
within the constraints of a beat,
I
and
know,
we don't
because
even.
let me tell you
But
something.
I
I
know
know
where
where
he's
he's
coming
coming
from.
from.
I know where he's coming
from. I know where he's
Let's
coming
be
from.
real.
Let's go.
Hold on. This is me and Gaddis talking.
What's up?
Let's be real. Niggas can't fuck with us. So.
We get crazy. We get too
Yeah,
crazy.
we
We
get-
I love
get
it. I love
crazy.
it.
We get too crazy.
I
son.
respect
Like,
what
we
y'all
get
do so
crazy,
much.
son.
I respect what y'all do so much
Right.
that I'm
nice.
just like, I would have to be sure.
You surrounded by all the niggas that would make sure that you was ushered in properly and make
Because
sure
I respect
Right.
it.
Fan
It ain't like
base
I'm
would
afraid. I don't give a
respect
fuck.
Nah,
I just
nah.
respect it. And
No,
I don't
the
want
fan
nobody
base
thinking,
would
yo,
respect
this
it.
motherfucker coming in and raping it. Like I remember when Cass got in it. And obviously Cass got hot from battling. Everybody
Right.
knew Jay was on the radio.
Right.
Like, yo, anybody who won it, son said, yo, I want it.
Right.
Let's go. And he went off and went crazy and it was nuts and whatever,
Right.
whatever. So motherfuckers looked, but they forgot about that and looked at it like, yo, like how this motherfucker Cass gonna jump in and try to get in our world? And I'm like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah,
I
but
don't.
niggas gonna say that, but that adds to the fight. That adds to the show.
Yeah.
That whole.
Because
shit
I know I could go off. I know I would go off.
Yo,
but
listen.
I just don't trust my fucking memory,
Yo,
man.
yo,
I
you
don't.
got
Like,
time-
you know what
you
I'm
got
saying?
time to
He's
do
a
that.
Ginkgo or
You don't
something. I
want
don't
to take the
trust my
risk.
memory, man.
You don't want to take the risk.
I don't know,
it's-
maybe,
it's-
man.
listen.
If the paper was right,
Yo,
you know, risk-
me and Poison
big risk,
Pen
big
got
reward.
this,
reward.
man.
Because I literally
Me and
would
Penn
go off the
got
top.
this,
If
bro.
I forgot, there would be no stumble. It would be no,
That's
oh
good,
shit,
though.
A lot
motherfucker.
of-
He brought it back 10 times. That's not happening.
Right.
I'm going to bring it back once, and I'm going to just go off the top.
Right.
I'm gonna talk about what you got on. I'm gonna talk about the crowd. I'm gonna just go off the top.
But
and whatever
A
happens,
lot of battle
happens.
rappers do that.
But I think the difference between regular rappers and battle rappers is we write with our bodies.
Yeah.
Break
Like
that down.
I think that you could kind of identify with this. When you write around, you know how you gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know how you gonna move when
Yeah.
you say it. You know which way you gonna be looking.
That's
You
crazy.
know which way you gonna be swinging your arms
That's
when you
crazy.
say something.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
We write with our bodies.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
That's
we,
crazy.
we kind of got a rhythm down to it.
That's
you know what I mean?
crazy. I never looked at it like that. That's crazy.
Right. And when you do acapellas, even in your show performances, I'm pretty sure you have an idea of how you want to say something.
Of course. Where you want to hit certain parts at.
Right.
It's like a
And
crossover.
how you want to say it and when you
It's
want
like
to
a
stop.
crossover. Like if
And
I'm
just
gonna go
hold the
this
mic
way and
just
come
look
back.
at the crowd.
Yeah.
Right.
You know where the highs is at.
That's
yeah.
what we do all day.
That's real.
Yeah, sure.
That's real.
And we incorporate
Yo, listen,
spin moves,
on
dance
camera for the
moves,
record,
all
man,
types of
like,
shit.
Flow.
Shit is different, facts.
I respect and love the battle rap culture so much because let me tell you something. As an MC in our generation, born in the 80s, growing up in the 90s and all that, to be nice, to get a record deal, to be hot on the radio, yo, none of that shit mattered unless you was nice off the rip, period.
Right.
So if you look at everybody from Nas, Jay, Big, The Genius, Ray, all the motherfuckers had pedigrees of battling and being
Right.
nice. And then it was like,
Right.
let's go in the studio and make this album and
Right.
make this record.
Right.
So you gotta respect the battle culture, you know what I'm saying?
But even within
That's how I
that,
feel.
I gotta say DMX was one of the people that I felt like battle rapping wise, it was a consideration for him.
Disgusting.
Because he was the only rapper that I saw that thought about how he was gonna move when he was saying something.
Which is crazy.
Like he came up with a whole different movement
Yeah.
when
yeah.
he was rapping.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like,
And he was
"This
great.
is my
He was
shit."
great, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
he was great.
No, real talk. That was his shit.
Yeah. He was
I
great.
feel like battle rap is kind of a mix between hip hop and comedy.
oh
because-
yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle. That's the homie.
Yeah.
Love you forever. But comedy, they know the poise. They know where they're gonna be standing on stage when they say certain things.
Yeah.
They know the physical
Yeah.
education of it.
It's
You
an
know what
art
I'm saying?
form,
Like-
man. It's an art form.
Right,
And they need to
exactly.
be appreciated and respected.
And our shit is like hip hop. What we're saying, you're gonna respect it.
Yeah.
But how we're moving and how we're performing,
Yeah.
that's gonna be added to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Hitman when he did the shit with
Hitman super
John
dope.
John.
Hitman
And
super
he was
dope.
like, see, I'm already teaching the nigga how to control a room. Like,
Fire.
Yeah.
That battle was.
you can't do that on the track.
At all. No, at all. Battle rap is like boxing, man. As somebody sitting on the outside watching, that shit is boxing. And I was talking to somebody the other day, they maybe an interview or some shit, and they was like, yo, how you feel about battling? And I was like, that shit is amazing, man. Like, motherfuckers could be cool, but then get in the ring and want to kill each other.
Right.
And sometimes heads be saying some shit where I'm like, yo, I'd have hooked off, and then whatever happened. Like, you know, like, don't mention my son.
That's the Brooklyn side.
Don't mention
Like,
my son.
Yeah,
Right.
Everything else is game. Don't
that-
mention my
no,
son.
No, I'm mad at you.
You know what I'm
Because
saying? Like-
Arsenal mentioned my son in the battle,
Right.
Those are dope.
and I had to take a second. No, it was my son. He's like, your son Isaiah. And I was like,
Don't mention my son. Don't mention, yo.
Uh-oh, you infamous for this
Right.
one.
You know what I'm saying? Don't mention my son.
and rightfully so, Arsenal kind of like backed up
Right.
when he was saying that shit.
Right.
And I was like, afterwards, I was like, yo, you can't have my son.
Yeah, don't, cause
You can't have his name in this
I saw
shit.
something. It was one of your interviews. It might have been with Head Ice or somebody where you was like, yo, get on the phone and go over it. Like, yo, don't do this, don't do that. And I didn't know that. And I think
Right.
that's great. Cause I'll definitely be on the phone with a motherfucker like, yo, check this out. Don't mention my grandma's cause she passed last year. Don't mention my son.
Right.
Other than that, we get busy.
There's niggas that
Don't
will say
do that.
okay and do
There's
it
niggas
anyway.
that
Right,
say
and then it's gonna be a
okay.
problem. Because let me tell you, if I do a battle, I'm bringing those guys I said that I wouldn't bring. I'm bringing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bringing them.
As you should.
know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
see the language though. If I do a battle,
I'm bringing
yo,
them.
Penn, what up?
Yo, come
Penn,
on.
what up?
Shout out to my brother Penn.
He'll
no
do
snap
it. He'll
best.
do
I
it.
bully,
Yo,
man.
yo,
Shout out to
shout
my
to
brother
Brad.
Penn.
Shout out to
Skyzoo.
Graf.
And Graf is
Shout out
my
to
man.
Graf.
Graf
Yo,
is my
Graf
man.
versus Skyzoo, who takes
Yo,
it?
come on, B, come on.
Who takes it?
Yo.
I'm a bet on me all day, but Graf is my man, and he's an animal, man. He's
Yeah,
an
he
animal.
is.
Yo,
man.
you
He's
got
an
it in
animal.
you, bro. You got it in you. I see it.
Different.
I know I
Graf
do.
is very
I know I do.
different. You got
For a
it.
fact, the only thing is my memory. I know I can do that
you
shit.
got that
and
too,
that's
though.
not a knock.
But I felt like,
Just as a lyricist, I know I can.
but I felt like Scott throughout the years, you stayed very conscious
yeah,
of who you offend.
yeah, yeah.
Graf, I did an interview with him,
Uh-huh.
and he kind of like broke down the downside of being loose with who you attack. And how many times he had to run into a rapper and kind of like be like, you know what, it was just some lyrical shit.
Right,
I didn't mean to go there.
right.
And how many relationships were ruined
Right.
through him just being
Just being lyrical and just going
being
for
lyrical.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But that
So
was
I
back in the
get it.
days. It's
Right.
not like that
Different
anymore.
now.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a little different.
Like he did, I got a track with him where he dissed Usher. I don't know how he feels about it. I'm gonna put it out.
Right.
But like,
You know, yeah,
I'm gonna diss Usher. You'll never get a feature with him after.
Right.
This. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm the king of like PC and branding and the bigger picture and all that shit. So going into what you said, yeah, 100%. I'm like, yeah, I could say this, but if I do that, is it worth this or is it worth that? You know what I'm saying? Whatever,
Right.
whatever. You know, obviously if it's a battle, it's whatever. But if I get on the phone with somebody and they be like, yo, Sky, just don't mention my so-and-so and my so, I'm gonna respect that.
Right.
Being from Brooklyn, being I'm a man of code and growing up old school, I'm gonna respect that.
But here's the thing.
I'm
about
never
the-
gonna break that.
Here's the thing about
You know
the
what I
battle
mean?
world. Somebody will ask you to do that, and then
Like he said, they be like, yo, yeah, I got you. I ain't gonna mention
Graf ain't
Miles.
gonna do that, though.
I ain't, right, I wouldn't think he would. Because
Graf
Graf
ain't
is
gonna
a
do that.
stand-up individual.
That's
I
what you
wouldn't
got
think he would.
contracts
but a battle
for, man.
rapper.
Right. Right.
no,
They be like,
they don't
yeah,
even make
yeah,
that.
yeah. I ain't gonna mention Miles, and then the
I
first thing they
see.
say, Miles this, Miles that, and I'm gonna act up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm gonna act up.
Right.
Like
I can't
don't.
even
I said don't do that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
can't even
I'm gonna
Don't
be
do
mad.
that. I'm gonna risk it all. You say, yo, Miles, da he did it. I'm wild the fuck out. And it's them guys I said I wasn't bringing them.
for
They there.
For
Like
quarter, whatever they pay you, I'll be there. And I'll make something happen.
yo, somebody,
You know what
if
I
somebody
mean?
put that up, I'm doing that. Bet that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that.
You
But,
don't
know.
even gotta say nothing. You gotta be like, all right, you violated. Math.
Right. You already. All right, you violated. Yo, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I love the sport. It's like boxing to me, man. I love it. Cause you see
Yeah.
motherfuckers try to kill each other. And
Right.
at the end, they'd be like, yo,
It's love.
yo, that
It's
the
love.
haymaker you threw, yo, you such a great component. And
Yeah,
I'm like, that shit's
sometimes-
amazing.
sometimes it
That's
goes
amazing.
there.
You know
It
what I
goes
mean?
there.
Sometimes I see the beefs where it's real beef,
hit
but for the
hard.
most part, it's
It hit
like,
hard. It's
it's just a
tough.
sport. I've
not-
seen you
sport.
go crazy. Let's
Yeah.
bring it back to you. I've seen you go crazy. And like I said,
Man.
I didn't know that you was
noodles.
gonna go in that world. And I thought it was a genius way to rebrand yourself. I was like, yo, son really went and took it there. He got quiet for a quick second and then he blasted off. You know what I'm saying?
I had, that was one of those things where it was like,
It surprised me.
I wanted to try it. I felt like in my mind, for some reason, I was like, for my legacy, I want to be able to say I did everything,
That's real.
and it's documented.
That's
Right.
real.
So I done did URL, I did King of the Dot, I done spray painted, I done rapped about Martin Luther King, I done
Yeah.
did this art project, I went to Flex, I went to LA Leakers, I wanted to be able to touch everything in hip hop.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think battling was one of those things that I felt like I had to do.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And we from New York.
Yeah.
And I felt like Smack, we always wanted to I wanted to be on Smack.
Right.
I was jealous.
Everybody
of,
did.
DVDs.
I
and,
was
yeah.
jealous of everybody who got on Smack. Cause
Yeah.
and it's no knock
was?
that, yes.
I never
And no
was on
knock,
it.
Yeah, nigga. And no knock to math, but I was like, I seen on Smack, I was like, I'm better than this nigga. and this was
Well,
my,
you know, that's
and
just
that was my
competitive
man.
nature. That's just competitive
And that
nature.
was my
Yeah.
man.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.